I'm your host, Hobaman, and welcome to Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. This game is was my introduction to the Castlevania franchise. The first time I saw it was a Let's Play by Proton John many years ago, and it's one of my favorite Let's Play of his to revisit that I watch every so often. I mean, I rewatch it every once in a while. And now I'm super excited to finally be playing it myself, because I never thought I'd actually be able to play it. And as you can see, this is one of the few Castlevania games where you don't play as a Belmont character. The character I'm playing as, his name is Soma Cruz. The story of this game is that, if you didn't read the beginning, Soma and his friend Mina went to a shrine to go went on a shrine on top of a hill to go watch a solar eclipse. But while the eclipse was happening, Soma and Mina got teleported to Draco's castle, which is somehow inside of a solar eclipse and not in Transylvania. And then monsters attacked, and then a mysterious man named Genya Arcado came to save them. And we found out something that Soma could do. Go to Soul, winged skeleton, throws spears. And now we're gonna have another soul, Gravekeeper, backdash by pressing L. If you don't know how, this game doesn't have standard sub-weapons and stuff like other Castlevania games. This game has a unique feature where once you kill an enemy, you can get their soul. Souls do different things depending on what enemies you kill. And there are different kinds of souls. I'll get some more of that in a second once we get more. That gray one that I just got is an ability soul. Now I have the ability to backdash. Equip. Whenever you defeat an enemy, you get their soul and it gives you different attacks. The one we got at the beginning of the game was the winged skeleton, which now gives us the ability to throw spears. Once we kill enemies, once we kill more enemies, we'll get different attacks and stuff. But you don't get them immediately. Like, different enemies have different luck or different percent to show up. So some enemies it's easier to get their souls, and some enemies it's harder. I want to see if I can... Never mind. Also, I'm gonna go back to this room because I forgot to do something. Getting a little sidetracked by talking. I want to see if I can get another soul. And also there's a save room I passed up. Level up. Here. Save room. And this is the save room. You save through this statue of a lady. I think she's like a saint or something, I don't know. But if you see this right here in the background, that is actually Alucard's casket? Not casket, what's it called? Of course, when I'm trying to say it, I can't think of it. But whenever in Symphony of the Night, whenever you'd save, you would go to Alucard would go into his thing. I am having trouble. What the fuck? Never mind. Casket. Not casket. Sarcophagus? No. Coffin. Never mind. You know what I'm trying to say. Or I hope you do. I'm just super excited to finally be playing this game. And if you notice something In my last video I did of Circle of the Moon, I was talking about a game I wanted to do a Let's Play of, and that was going to be a shooter game. Well, I was thinking about, I'm not going to say that game just in case I do it in the future, but I was thinking about that game, but I had no idea how to do commentary for it, so that's why I decided to do this one instead. And yes, I know we're doing another Castlevania game in a row, but I don't care, I'm really enjoying it. As we have here, we have our first boss right off the bat. This is the Creaking Skull. If you stand in just the right spot, you can have the spear hit him twice. And there we go. Also, another thing, most bosses, I think half of them actually, will come back as normal enemies. So this is the last time we're going to see this guy. He's going to come back later in the game as a regular enemy. And he has souls, and bosses have souls to collect as well that I could use. Here's the map. Some of it. I knew that was there. I just don't know what to say. I'm just super excited. For some reason I'm not really good at doing first episodes of new Let's Plays. Mind up. Stores magic. But yeah, every time you use your ability or one of your souls, it uses your magic, which is that green bar right under your health. And different souls, depending on what they do, use different types of magic. I can't go this way yet. There we go. We got the Bat Soul. Oh. And we got Flying Armor. Falling speed slows down, and jump distance increased. Alright, I'm going to explain the souls and what they do. There are 4 different kinds of souls. There is a red soul, which is a bullet soul. Blue, which is a guardian soul. Yellow, which we don't have any, is called enchanted soul. And the silver one, I thought it was great, but it's silver, is called the ability soul. And the thing is, these do what they say. Bullet souls gives you ranged attacks, or just attacks in general. I keep pressing the wrong button. Enhancement souls, we don't have any yet, but they give you different abilities. Like for example, one of them is like, oh, you're if you get poisoned, you become stronger, or you don't lose as much health. Stuff like that. Guardian, I don't really know how to explain it because it does different things. But I guess the way I can describe it is it like summons a familiar. Like the Flying Armor, if I use it right now, see? Summons little guy to help me. And that's what a Guardian's tool does. It summons creatures or monsters to help you. Anyway, I just had to do that real quick. And also, this is the first time I've actually had to write notes down for a game. I did research and wrote shit down for once, which I'm genuinely happy I did. Because sometimes I have trouble thinking of stuff about games at the top of my head. So I won't be stupid and misremember shit or say the wrong stuff, I started writing stuff down. Oh, another save room. Now I don't know what to say now. This is what happens when I take a long break from a Let's Plays. It's been 2 weeks since I finished the last one. Oh yeah, that's what the Bat Soul does. Little sonic wave that surrounds Soma. But I'm gonna switch back to the wing skeleton. I don't know why, I'm just very fucking excited to finally be playing this game, because I've been wanting to make videos on this game for years. Ever since I watched Proton John do a Let's Play. But I never knew how. Until like, excuse me, last year, when I found out that this collection existed on the PS4, that I was finally able to play it. And make videos on it. So please excuse me if I don't say anything, it's just too excited. Leather plate. This game is also like Symphony? Yeah, I can't get up there. Because in Circle of the Moon and Harmony of Dissonance, your main weapon was a whip. Now I'm just talking about the main playable characters here, I'm not talking about the side characters. The unlockable characters. But in this game, like Symphony, you get different weapons. You get swords and spears and many other things like that. I don't even think there's a whip you can get in this game for Soma. Maybe in the harder difficulty? Maybe? Oh, there's stuff I missed, but I don't think I can go over there. In the harder, after you beat the game, you unlock a harder difficulty. And that mode has different weapons you can find. Yeah, I'm not going up there. Different weapons that you can find and use. That's exclusive to that mode. So if I find a weapon laying around or armor laying around in this mode, it will be something completely different in the hard mode. And there is one weapon that is like a whip. It's called a whip sword. But I don't know how long until we get that. It's one you find. I know that much, but I don't remember exactly where it's at. Ooh, is that up there? I think I get that. But for now, we have a sword. And like I said a second ago, there are many other different weapons you can get. But we'll unlock those as we go along. Not having any luck getting new souls. Never mind. Strength increased by 4. This is an enchanted soul. I think I said that right. Yes. See, it ups our attack and strength by 4. Surprised I got that one so early. I think that's one of the harder ones to get. And like I said, every enemy in the game has a soul you can collect. See? We didn't get the zombie, which was the first item, the first enemy. We didn't get skeleton, merman we didn't get, and so many others. But we'll worry about that. I'll worry about that once I continue onward. There is one that I really want to get, because it's one of my favorite souls in the game, but I don't know where the enemy shows up, and I hope I can get the enemy's soul, because it's really funny, but it's a really good soul to get. Also, this music is amazing. I think out of the 3 GBA games, this game has my favorite soundtrack. Which is another cool thing about this collection, is that you get high quality versions of each one of the game's soundtracks on this. I don't know what to say. Besides everything I've said already. I've talked about the Souls, I've talked about this game. I seriously need to get better at doing commentary. That's why I shouldn't take long breaks from Let's Plays. Ew, I got rotten meat. So I've been thinking about doing something, and I think I'm gonna start doing it after this Let's Play. But I don't know if I fully like it or not. It's after I finish one Let's Play, I immediately start recording videos for the next one. And the reason why I don't like, I like the idea is that way I can still be good at doing commentary. But I don't want to play the game in one sitting, that way I don't have anything to do while I'm uploading videos. I hope that makes sense and I'm just not rambling like an idiot. Come on. And it's so weird not having any of my abilities. Because I just finished this game for the first time the other night. And I've gotten so used to all the abilities you get during the game. So it feels so weird not having them now and restarting. Ooh. I cannot get that yet. Saver. Sorry about that. Which way? I'm going to the right. And we're here once again, exploring a familiar but very different version of Dracula's Castle. Familiar as in it is Dracula's Castle, but every version of Dracula's Castle in every Castlevania game is very different. I don't think I can go this way yet. Just like the other Castlevania games I played so far, the Metroidvania games, is what the genre is called. Because it's Castlevania, but it plays more like a Metroid game. I never played a Metroid game, so I couldn't tell you. Sorry, I was thinking about something. Oh, what the... And I completely lost track what the fuck I was gonna say. Oh, no. It's that... So, like in the other ones I played, I won't be able to go to certain areas until later in the game when I get certain abilities. Or in this game's version, certain abilities are certain souls that give me certain abilities. Like some of these earlier levels, areas I should say, I won't get until... Oh, hello. Hello there. Hello? You're human, aren't you? Relax, my name is Graham. Let's just say I'm a missionary. Oh, I'm Soma Cruz. You weren't here in this shrine before, were you? How did you get here? I'm not sure. I went through the shrine gate and boom, I was here. I see. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, I don't mind. Is it true that this is Dracula's castle? It most certainly is. But isn't Dracula's castle in Europe somewhere? In theory, yes, but his true castle exists somewhere else. His true castle? Yes, it is well known. It's a well-known fact in the underworld. Do you believe in vampires? Well, no. Thought the story of Dracula was made up, actually. No, it's all true. It was leaked to the outside world. Usually the church handles these things with utmost secrecy. Over the course of time, Dracula has resurrected many times, when people lose faith and creates chaos and destruction. So, are you trying to tell me now that Dracula has been resurrected? No, Dracula perished in 1999. You know of the prophecy of 1999, don't you? Nostradamus' great prophecy? That's right. Dracula was resurrected exactly as he predicted, but vampire hunters destroyed him completely. They ended his regeneration cycle by sealing his castle, the symbol of his demonic power, inside the darkness of an eclipse. And the eclipse is where we are now? Yes, but there's still more to the story. There's more. Also, I'm sorry about the sound. Lucy is drinking her some water right now. There's more. In the year 2035, a new master will come to the castle, and he will inherit all of Dracula's powers. But yes, that time is now. I better get going. Is that all then? Oh, yes, thank you. Very well, be careful. Yes, you too. I completely forgot to mention, this game takes place in the future. Not too far from the future from right now. This is the only game that takes place in the future. All the other games take place in like medieval times. Or in Bloodlines, or in Castlevania Bloodlines, or Castlevania New Generation, that game takes place during World War I. But all the other games took place in the past. This is the only game that takes place in the future, and I don't know if there's any games that take place in modern time. There might be one of the DS ones I haven't played yet. But yeah, that guy was Graham Jones. He's a missionary, like you said. And we're gonna learn more about him later when we run into him again. He is not the only character we are gonna run into on this adventure. It's just the first of a few. And sorry I keep pulling up the map, I just want to make sure I'm going the right way. Oh, look at that background. For an old Game Boy game, this looks really good, especially when it's in HD and on a big screen. Like, this game looks really good. No. I wonder what it looks like on a GBA screen though. Probably not as good. Oh, speaking of that, I found out why Harmony of Dissonance, why the colors were so damn bright in that game. It's because the original Game Boy Advance didn't have a backlit screen. So to solve for that problem, they make the colors, or the sprites in the game, brighter than usual. That's why that game looks so damn bright. It's because they did that on purpose, so you could see the screen while you're playing the game. Nope. But then the Game Boy Advance SP came out, and that system had backlit screen, and it completely solved that problem. I am just having trouble. But this game and Circle of the Moon are not as bright, as you can obviously see. It just makes Harmony stand out so much more because of how bright that game is compared to these two. Yeah, I'm not getting up there. Or maybe I'm just being really stupid right now. is the Nostradamus thing or whatever they said prophecy real? Because I actually never heard of that before, and I don't know if that's something they made for the game or if it's a true thing. I want to check it out after I get done recording this episode. But yeah, the vampire hunters or vampire killers. Obviously the Belmont family. Or, a few once in a while, not the Belmont family, like the Morris family. But the Morris family, that's a different game for a different time, hopefully. I've also been thinking about playing the older Castlevania games. But those games are so damn hard. Because I have both Castlevania collections from the videos I've made, as you can tell. I have this one, which is the Advanced Collection, and the other one, which is the Anniversary Collection, which has a bunch of older Castlevania games. And I was thinking about playing through those, or doing Let's Plays on them, but those games are so damn hard. The one I really want to do a Let's Play of is Bloodlines, or New Generation, depending on what console you played it on. It's one of those games where, depending on what console you play on, it has a different game. But that one and the two Game Boy Castlevania games, Castlevania Adventure and Adventure 2, are two other ones I'd like to make videos of. Because I've technically made videos on them before. Aha, rapier. Sword made for stabbing. Definitely want to make videos on those. The old Game Boy ones, I feel like I could make short Let's Plays on, because, you know, old Game Boy games were short games. So I'm thinking about making videos on those as like a short Let's Play, or a one-off. Not a one-off, because I ain't that fucking good at the game. Let me check something. No, I think I'm good. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Not having any luck getting new souls. Never mind. We got the Un, which buries landmines throughout its turf. Oh. I can see how that come in handy. Oh, 2 boss fights in 1 episode? Okay. Let me go back and save, then I'll go to the boss. Before we go in, I am switching back to the winged skeleton. Alright. It is the Manticore. A lot of monsters from Greek mythology, I'm realizing. Cause, nah. But yeah, just now realizing there's a lot of monsters based off of Greek mythology in this game that I'm realizing. And there goes the Manticore. Ow. And just like I said earlier, those bosses will come back as regular enemies. How does one do Oh, please don't tell me I can't do it. The ceiling right here, right above me, that's a breakable ceiling, but I can't get it because I don't have a... Maybe. Never mind. I got lucky. Got $1,000. I thought I was gonna get fucked over and not be able to get that yet. Oh, ghost dancers. Now, these enemy souls are really good because, you see our stats right there. Intelligence, the higher our intelligence, the easier it is to get souls, or the more likely souls are going to show up after you defeat enemies. So their soul is really good for soul hunting. Tiffy man. Come on. Yeah, I don't think I can get to that room yet. Ooh, look at you. Zombie officer. Earlier we saw a zombie soldier. I missed a lot of stuff. I'm going back. I don't know if I'll go for 100 map completion. Because I tried to do that on my main profile that I did of this game, and and I had like 99.6% done. The last rooms I needed to find were hidden rooms, or yeah, hidden rooms with the breakable walls and ceilings, but I have no idea where those are. So maybe I'll do 100% map completion. Something I have to think about next episode, or between this episode and next episode. And I have no clue if I'm gonna do 100% on souls, because there are so many enemies in this game. Yeah, I can't go that way. There are just so many enemies in this game. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get every single soul in the game. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, there's maybe 1 or 2 enemies in the entire game that don't have a soul you can get, and they're both bosses. %, 15.2% done. Let's go to the next area. See what awaits. The study. God, this game's music is so good. Oh, there's more of here I missed. Reminds me of the library from Symphony, but nowhere near as big, I think. Oh, uncurse potion. I thought that said uncure potion for a second. Giant ghost. Now I don't know what to say. I'm surprised we haven't run into our next character yet. Because I think they are in this area somewhere. Oh, I'm so happy. Unlike Circle of the Moon, I don't need an ability to push and move crates out the way. Thank God. It's one of the many things that didn't annoy me or bother me about the game, but I didn't like it at first because there's so many areas I couldn't get to or go to. Because I had to find an ability, an ability that would let me push crates. I can't get up there, I don't have a high jump yet. Not high jump, double jump. Ah! It's a spider lady. Arachne. No to spiders, please. Not a fan of spiders. Of course, there's another one. Oh, ectoplasm. And I'm cursed. When you are cursed, it takes up all of your magic. So now I can't use... I couldn't use... When you're cursed, you can't use magic. I'm gonna die. I don't want to die in episode 1. When you're cursed, you can't use your abilities. You can't use your bullet souls and you can't use your guardian souls. Because those depend on magic. Or magic points. I hope I don't die in episode 1. I feel like that's not going to be a good omen. If that were to happen. Another breakaway wall. Melon! I think in hard mode there's a different item there. And nothing there. Okay. Ouch. Save. I need to go back up and explore the other areas. And I know this episode hasn't been as long as usual, or as long as I usually record an episode, but I'm gonna end it here for now. I hope this first video goes over well. I really do, so I'm really nervous about this. Because I have to get back into recording again. Yes, I know it's been like 2 weeks, but after a while I'm not taking too long of a break. I'm not good at commentary anymore. So I have to get back into my stride of making videos and doing commentary again. So as soon as I get done recording this episode, I am going to immediately record episode 2. So that's going to be it for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, when you hold up, if you don't do an attack, Soma does a pose. And his belt and like the chain he's wearing on his outfit make a smiley face.